Hello, and thank you for joining me for Fun Fold Friday. Roseward, Stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. So we have a few things going on first. Don't forget to check out the apparel shop where you can get this awesome mug and other stamping apparel for yourself or the stamper in your life. Today is the last day to sign up for my monthly class around the bend. We have the Hello Irresistible suite going on right now, online exclusives. When you order that, you will get a PDF with 10 samples and the instructions on how to make those. Now, the gems are back ordered. So even if you just order the bundle, you will get this PDF from me. Also, Donna Gray and I have a One Sheet Wonder Club going on using that same designer series paper. So for $60, you're going to get things like gems, ribbon, pack of paper, the designer series paper, and also a link to our Facebook group. So you definitely want to check that out. Okay, so let's get started here. Here is my host code for March, if you'd like to place an order with me. And what we're going to play with today is Queen Bee. Love this set. Now, I know the dies are back ordered until next week, but you will be able to purchase those. I'm also going to be using two things from the Irresistible Blooms, the Hello and one of the dies in here. This die right here. Oop, didn't pop that out yet. That's for my fun fold. You'll also see me use the Stylish Shapes. Everything will be listed below. The Beehive Embossing folder. And the gems I will be using are the Pastel Sequins. Okay, so let me show you a couple of samples first. This one is with the perfectly penciled. I just thought that black and white paper went so well with the bees. And you can see I used that cute little die from there and our organdy ribbon. Happy birthday. Isn't that cute? Love that. Then I used the designer series paper that I'll be using for this month's class. And of course, I just cut a piece of that off. What I did here was I cut this, let me just show you. Took the dies and out of Balmy Blue, I did a background right here. So one of these, Balmy Blue. Then I stamped it on vellum paper with stays on, flipped it over, colored it with my blends, and again, cut it out with that die. And then this die right here is the one I used for the wings with the vellum. So it's like a 3D here. Of course, I used our Balmy Blue ribbon. And just a cute little hello card. And there I did the matching envelope. The next one I used the new Hello Irresistible paper. I used the die from Hello Irresistible. I stamped behind that. I used this petal pink ribbon. Again, stamped the bee, colored it with my blends, and I did a happy birthday card. Okay, and of course there's the matching envelope. Had a lot of fun with this suite. Now, the card I'm going to show you is a fun fold. I'm going to show you how to do it. A fun fold that I actually cased the idea from my friend, Pam Delcastillo. And Pam, I hope I said your name right. So this is the card. She did it with the Hello Irresistible, but I thought it would look great with that bee. You open it this way, and it pulls out this way. Isn't that nice? Thank you, Pam, for that great idea. So to do this, what we're going to need is a piece of crumb cake. I'm going to cut that lengthwise at 4 1/4. And then I need a piece of, I'm using Very Vanilla. I'm going to cut that in half here at 5 1/2. On my blog, the dimensions, there'll be still pictures and the dimensions if you miss them. Then I'm going to just trim this because I want it a little bit smaller. Okay, so remember this is going to go this way. So this is 8.5. I am going to cut this at 8 inches. And of course this is 5.5. And I'm going to cut this at 5.25. Now I'm going to score it. Remember it's 8 now, so I'm going to score it at 4 inches. There we go. And that is the inside piece. This one I'm going to score in half, which is going to be 5.5. There we go. Okay, there's our pieces so far. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this. I'm going to use my bone folder and really give it a good crisp edge. I am going to bring in my embossing folder. We're going to need that. I think before I do that, I'm going to stamp. So I'm bringing in really neutral colors. I've got Early Espresso. I've got Crumb Cake. This is what I would call a vintage looking card. Sahara Sand and Soft Suede. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp. I'm going to grab my sheet here, because I don't want to go on my... I'm going to leave that open too. Okay, so I am going to take the Soft Suede. You see I'm not re-inking it. Then I'm going to take this, whatever it says, Garden Bee Wild Bloom. Okay. I'm going to take that in the Crumb Cake. All right. I'm going to take this cute little flower in Early Espresso. And then let's see, let's use this little bee. Again, I'm going to grab the Early Espresso for that. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my embossing folder. Now, I always use Stampin' Up! Name Up. It depends on the way you want your beehives. Those are recessed there, and those are popped out there. So I am going to go with this way. Move these over here. Hopefully I don't get anything all over. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. And my plates. Okay, I need plate number 1. I'm going to put this right in there. And I need plate number 4, because this is an embossing folder. And they do tell you to put the embossing folder in with the fold first, but because I'm doing it this way, I can't do it. I gotta do it the opposite way. And there I have my beautiful beehive. All right, we're gonna put this aside. And then we're gonna switch plates here. So I'm gonna take number 1, number 2, and I have 2 number 3s. And we're gonna cut that image out now. So I'm going to put my plate on here. I'm going to slide that right through there. On my Irresistible Blooms, I'm going to take this piece out because I want that one. Right in the center, I am going to cut this. I always go back once, but I think this should work. You have that little piece. Let's take this out. And grab my brush, my mat. Oh, my brush is missing. Isn't that always the way? Okay, well, let's hope that we just push that. I'm going to use my, I know it's on my desk here. I'm just going to poke those pieces down. they come out pretty easy. What you want to be careful of, this is very thin. There's the very thin pieces on here, you see? So I want to make sure that I don't rip it as I'm pulling it out. Oh my goodness, it wouldn't be a video with me unless I forgot something, right? Okay, so we're just going to pull that out. Again, Pam, thank you for this great idea. I love this. Okay, there we go. So we're going to put that aside. I am going to grab another piece of crumb cake. I just got these from Stamp & Storage, so I keep all my scraps in here because I don't need a full sheet. Let's see what we have. Well, I have a half a sheet here. That'll work. I'm going to take my Stylish dies. I'm going to take the largest circle. Can't live without these Stylish dies. I'll run that through my die cutting machine. That over there for now. Again, I'm going to go ahead with these stamps that I used and just stamp that up. Grab the little flower. Okay. With that. And then we are going to take that embossing folder again, and we're going to run that through. Let me just grab that. Anybody see where I put the embossing folder? Because I lost it. There it is. Buried. Take that embossing folder again. Now I'm going to put this piece in there. I'm going to run that through. Okay, so now we have that piece. I'll put this over here for now. I'm going to bring in the other piece that I've already folded. Now this piece is going to go inside here. And I really want to make sure that's nice and crisp. And then I'm going to, normally you would go like this, right? Okay, well, we're just going to go backwards. But before I do that, I'm going to open this up. And on the inside here, I'm going to do the same stamping that I did before. Okay, so. And just use the B. And we'll use the little flower. On this side, I am going to grab, let me stamp it off once. There we go. Because I really want that little B to show up. Well, use the early espresso, it'll be darker. There we go. All right, so stamped and stamped. And then I am going to fold this piece back. This is actually going to be glued in here. So let me grab my stamp and seal. I did get a little mess there, but you're not going to see that. And we are going to layer that right inside here. So here's the fold. Again, I am going to really burnish that well. there is the card. Okay, so this piece is actually going to go underneath here. So I am going to just glue down part of that. But I'm going to put a lot of glue on it because I don't want it to move. We're going to just eyeball that right about there. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. All right, we are going to take the big B and we're going to grab a piece of very vanilla. Again, love these new things from Stamp and Storage. I'm going to use Early Espresso. I'm going to grab my yellow. I'm going to grab, this is dark mango. Okay, I'm not going to, let me use the pointy side, bullet end. I'm not going to do light and dark. I'm just doing all one color. I'm using the dark because these are very small spots. Doing up all the flowers. Maybe I'll add some pink down there. What do you think? All right, so this is light polished pink. I'm going to add some pink here. And I'll make a pink heart. All right. I'm going to grab my, I think I'm going to grab, let's see. I think Granny Apple Green. And this is the dark. Add a little dark here. I forgot a little flower over there. We'll grab that. And then I need my light Granny Apple Green. This one I am adding a little light to it. I want the nubby end. Have a little green spot in there. Okay, so I forgot a flower, so let's grab the yellow here, here, over here. Okay, so that's it for that. So now I need my dies. I'm gonna grab the large die and just cut that out. I'm gonna do that on the side here. Because I got so much stuff on my table now, let's just cut that off on the side. You hear me banging around. Okay, so this is going to go right in the center of here. So you got to be careful. You can bend the wings. I tried to make it like 3D, but the problem is those are so thin. I didn't want it to break. So I'm just going to use my dimensionals. And I'm just going to add them right here. So that when you close it, it looks like this. So I was going to bend those. I did a card like that a few years ago, but I don't want those things to rip. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take a couple of these more intricate or detailed dies. This little guy right here. Lots of dies. Lots of fun dies with this. I'm going to grab my yellow scraps here. I'm going to cut 2 of those out. Normally I would have them all cut. I'm using Daffodil Delight for this. I want it nice and bright. Let me bring this over. So I'm going to do, I think maybe 3 of these. I think I'll stick to 2. What do you think? Let's just stick to 2 of them. There we go. Put my dies back in here before I lose them. Now, these little intricate dies, you can have a lot of fun with those and do the black and what the black and yellow. Do the base one yellow and then overlay the black. But for this card, I'm just using the top layer or top die. All right, I am going to grab a little of my liquid glue for this. Don't need a lot. And you can also use your adhesive sheets, but depending on where you're putting these, you don't want that adhesive sheet to be sticking to the back or the inside of your card. So I chose the liquid glue instead. Put this right here. Your card is looking like this. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's grab that die right here. And we will cut that out in another piece of vanilla. Let's see what piece I have here. This piece should work. Again, I love having my scraps like that. Now, I'm going to make this a birthday card, but I want the front of it to say hello. So I am using the hello from the Irresistible Blooms. I'm going to go with the Early Espresso because it's the darkest. I'm going to take the die from the Queen Bee, and I'm going to cut that. Again, still shots will be on my blog, Stampersdelighcom, along with the dimensions for this card. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook so you know when I upload or go live again. Sometimes it's hard to stick to a schedule, so the best thing is to follow me, okay? Life has a way of getting in the way. Okay, so I'm going to put that right here. I am going to use dimensionals for that. So I'm going to put them right here. I'm going to add 2 for that. So my card would look like this. And in here, I am going to stamp Happy Birthday. Again, going with the Early Espresso, it's a little bit darker. If you're afraid of not lining these up, you can use your Stamparatus. Sometimes what I like to do is just off-center them so it doesn't look like I've made a mistake. Happy birthday. Oh my goodness, who wouldn't love to get this card, right? And now let's add some gems. So again, I'm doing the Pastel Sequins. I think the gold just works so well with this. And we have small and large, so up here. So this is a little bit different than when I showed you. We're going to do small and large. That one's stuck on my finger. We're going to take this small one, put that right here. Take another large one and maybe another small one. Oh my goodness. Look at that. So there's my card. Now let's grab an envelope. No naked envelopes. And again, I am going to just do this in the same colors, like a vintage kind of look. Right over each other. Except for the B, we're going to put him up here. And we'll do the same thing on the envelope. Grab this one. And that little bee. How about the little flower? I'm using that in the Sahara sand. So I'm using all our neutrals. Let's throw a little flower over here. There I have a beautiful envelope to go with this beautiful card. I love vintage looking cards. Let me show you the first one that I, again, had done. Now you see I put some pink in that and some green. This one I just did all yellow because that was the first one I tried. Love, love, love this card, this fun fold. Here's the other one I did with the bees where I overlaid them. And of course I used some of our vellum here with the wording on it. I don't know if you can see that. Just gave it a little more texture. And again, these are all the dies that come with that set. We have this one that I did with the Hello Irresistible bundle. And then just a quick, easy card using the designer series paper, some ribbon, 3 of the dies here to make it a 3D card. I hope you enjoyed this video of Fun Fold Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave me a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever I am. Just go to Stampers Delight. And until next time, keep on stamping, Stampers. Bye.